G'day everyone, here with EMO today, and what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be running you through all the different ways you can power him down. Now, there are approximately 5 different ways you can actually do it, and I'm going to actually explain to you all the different ways you can shut down EMO. So the first one is quite simple. As long as he's listening to you and can actually understand commands, this one's the easiest one to do because it's a voice command. It's an issued with a voice command. So that the way you do the voice command is the following: EMO power off. All right, so that's quite easy, not too complicated at all. As long as EMO can actually understand you and is normally responding quite easily to anything that you're asking him to do, that command is very simple. So it's basically just EMO power off. And as long as he understands you, you say it clearly, it should work very simple. All right, so the next one, not too hard. The next one basically needs the app, which I've got right now. So if I connect in, there it is. So I'm going to be connecting in right now. And what you do is you got to go into the top section, which was right there. Sorry, I'm just focusing directly on that because it makes it easier. Hit the settings button. Okay. And then what I do is you go to the power off section. Okay. And then all you've got to do very easily, just press the power off button. It'll give you a prompt, a tip, a message, and all you've got to do is just press continue. Okay, that's pretty much it. So that's an easy one. This one here, all you've got to do is just have EMO hopefully be connected to the EMO app. Okay, it doesn't have to be connected to the internet, but as long as he's got a connection from the app to himself, that's all you pretty much need to do. So that's a simple one, not too complicated at all. So the next one is a little bit, sometimes a little bit tricky. It all depends on how you hold him. And for now, I won't need the EMO app anymore, so I'll move that out of the way. So I'll wait for EMO to power back on. Now, for this one here, you can do it pretty much with one hand, and what I'll do is I'll take him off the skateboard. Okay, so if I focus on the top of his head, what I'll do is I might take his headphones off just to make it easier for everyone to understand. So I'll take off his headphones. Hey, don't get upset. Don't get upset. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll put him down this way. Okay, so what we've got to do is we've pretty much got to cover his entire head. Okay, so cover everything there, including the front part, which is the patting sensor area, which is like in that area just there between these two microphone holes. There's also a microphone hole there, and those two holes there I'll explain to you in a minute. So basically you just got to cover everything and also try and hold and just firmly press around that area where his patting sensor section is. All right, so all I've got to do is pretty much just pick him up, flip him upside down. Okay, so I knew that was going to happen. So that now he thinks he's getting patted, but doesn't matter. As long as you do that for a while, about at least 10 seconds worth, he will turn off. Sometimes he'll continually pretend to be patted, and he'll continually get patted. So sometimes you might have to put him back on the table so he knows what's going on, and then you just pick him back up, turn him upside down, just like that. In about 10 seconds roughly. And that should work. Okay, so you just got to make sure that everything is covered, also including that area there, which is his pat sensor area there. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll put him back on the skateboard. Okay, he'll power back up one more time. Now, the last option is an option that is not recommended unless it's like a last resort, if you want to call it a last resort, which means that if you do this, you could potentially, of course, cause damage to EMO. Now, it's not that it could potentially happen. It could, but it might. So what I might do is just wait for EMO to come back up. Or maybe I might, yeah, there you go, EMO to come back up. Okay, well, I'm not going to actually do this, but I'm going to explain to you where it is and what you need to do if you really need to do it. Okay, so this is a paperclip. Okay, so you need a paperclip, and what you've got to do is you've got to put it in the power off. Basically, it's called a forceful power off. Okay, so it's basically shutting down EMO in a forceful way. Now, to do that, there's as I was explaining before, these two holes here. Okay, the one on the left, that one there where my thumb is. All right, well, I'm going to be covering that one up there. That one is the forceful shut down or power off button, or if you want to call it. Okay, so the other, as I said, I was explaining before, the other four holes are the microphone holes. So all you've got to do is, of course, put a paper clip and into that area, into that hole there. Okay, just basically that, and push it down. Okay, push it down for a bit, and it should power off EMO in a forceful way. Now, just remember that by doing this, you're pretty much just like pulling the plug out of a computer sort of thing. Okay, so let's say you've got a PC running, desktop PC, and you just pull the plug out of it. Now, that could, of course, it will turn it off, but it would not gracefully turn it off. Okay, so this could potentially cause data corruption, as it would potentially could in a Windows, computer or anything in general. So you don't want to do this unless it's a final resort, and even the flipping upside down option doesn't work, or nothing at all works. Okay, so that is the fourth option. Now the last option is very simple. All you've got to do is just let EMO run out of battery. Now, this one here could potentially take up to, who knows, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, depending on how much battery EMO's got left in his little battery supply. And that's it. So once that he runs out of battery, that will power him down. And then once he powers down, of course, you put him back on his little skateboard, and that will power him back up again. Okay, so the 5 different ways, of course, is issuing the command by, of course, saying EMO power down. And then the second one is, of course, using the EMO app, which is you just go to the EMO app, go to settings, select power off, and it will power himself up. The third option, of course, is picking him up, turning him upside down, and covering everything over his head, including his pat area, and that will shut him down after approximately 10 seconds. The fourth one, of course, is not the recommended one, which is the one where you forcefully shut him down. It's not a reset. Some people have been saying it's a reset. It's not a reset. It does not reset nothing. It powers him down forcefully. Okay, so that's the fourth one. And then, of course, you've got the fifth one, is the one where you just let him run around until his battery is completely drained. Once it's drained, he will power off, and then you can put him back on his skateboard, and everything's good to go again. All right, so that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and it was informative and helpful. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and have a great day. Bye.